Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here, coming to you from, at least Jeff is coming to you from our studios at the Capital Region International Airport. And we're going to run up the up 96, actually, and run over to Grand Rapids, spend a little time with Tim Mroz, good friend and Senior Vice President of Community Development with The Right Place, the economic developer on that side of the state. And Tim, welcome to the show. As always, it's great to see you, buddy.
Thanks for having us, Chris.
Hey, just for those few in the state who might not know, tell them what Right Place is and does.
So the Right Place was established back in 1985, and we are the largest regional economic development organization outside of Detroit in the state of Michigan. So we cover 13 counties. For those of you that don't pay or don't remember your counties, it's basically all the way up from London down to Holland, and then east-west from the lakeshore to Ionia.
Well, I think I said it when I said the west side of the state, because that's
It's pretty much all of it.
So one of the things you do, besides the advocacy and the recruitment and economic development, you want to know what the land looks like. You just completed a study. Tell us about that and what you found.
Yep. So each year, our placemaking department at the Right Place puts out an annual development report that looks at real estate development across four major sectors of industrial, commercial office, retail, and residential housing. And so we're proud to release that just this week. The theme, I will say for this year is cautious optimism. We're still seeing projects happen. We're still seeing construction companies move dirt, and we're still seeing building permits be applied for. But there is an overtone of cautiousness out there when it comes to overall development.
It's kind of interesting because we're finding that that's consistent with most marketplaces. And I applaud you for putting the word optimism in there, because what we found is it's just the worry of uncertainty. And as you know, business hates uncertainty. They can't plan.
There's a couple of things that are building some headwinds for us. The construction cost issue, continues to plague us. I think, the old adage is every time they go back to their Excel sheets and hit refresh, it goes up another 5%. On top of that, the rising fuel costs. I think most people think, rising fuel costs, affect us at the gas pump, which it does, but also for building materials. When you think about shingles and asphalt that have tar and petroleum in them, you think about all the PVC piping that's required. That has oil in it. So any oil-based product that participates in the construction industry is going to be impacted by this. Inflation rates, unfortunately, are still stubbornly high. I think the Fed came out yesterday, and said that overall inflation had hit 4.2%. We've also got a change in our lending situation, where a lot of our lenders are now starting to pull back on lending on capital outlay projects for construction. So you've got kind of those four big headwinds hitting us, but yet somehow we still keep moving forward here in the state.
It's kind of interesting, Tim, because you're absolutely right. And again, I applaud you for the word optimism. But you guys do have some things going on. Acrisure Amphitheater, Amway Stadium, and your airport expansion. How are those playing into the long-term economic picture?
The fun thing to watch for us, that I'm excited to see happen, is now that the Acrisure Amphitheater's come online and the Amway Soccer Stadium will come online next year, is to see what that does specifically to downtown entertainment, foot traffic, and ultimately retail traffic. I think every community right now is struggling when it comes to downtown retail, especially in their central business districts. I travel around the country, and you see a lot of vacancy signs out in downtown. And downtown retail is tough because it's usually pretty expensive. But I think with the thousands of people that are going to be coming down for these events, I think it holds a lot of potential for our downtown area.
Well, and in actuality, your industrial vacancy remains well below national average. And companies continue expanding, so you're in really a way above average circumstance. So congratulations
Yep.
on that.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, the vacancy rate, I will say, continues to be a little bit of an Achilles heel for us. National industrial vacancy rates are sitting about 7.2% right now. And West Michigan is starting 2026 at about 3.5. And so we have an extremely tight market here, which causes us, a little bit of challenges when you have a company that wants to expand and says, "Hey, I need 80,000 square feet and I need to be within 2 miles off a highway." And I got nothing to I got nothing to offer them. But we continue to partner with the state and collaborate on that, trying to make that a better situation.
Well, Tim, you guys are doing a great job over there. You really are. Tim Mroz, Senior Vice President of Community Development at the Right Place in Grand Rapids. Always good to spend time with you, bud.
Good to see you, Chris.
You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman.